So today, women seem to be attaining higher levels of education and they seem to be getting more and better jobs, right? And it seems that in a few years, right, more women would have better jobs than a lot of men. Maybe not more than men, but the field would be essentially even, right? So how do you think that the level of education women are attaining and the career trajectory that they now have, how do you think that affects relationships, particularly in the long term?
Well, for women, one, it means that a lot more women would want guys who are either as educated as them or more educated. And so that means that for a lot of these women, the choices for some of the men that they want narrow. Because as you advance in your career, as you make more money, typically you want a guy who is doing as good as you or better. And now the challenge that comes in is, one, it takes time to get education and advance your career, which means that a lot of these women are getting married much later in life, in their late 20s, early 30s, and the situation there is that there are not a lot of guys who want to sign up for that. Because for a guy, you are faced with two options. Either, if you're a guy who is, let's say, 30 years old, you might not necessarily be as accomplished as this woman. You have the option of either trying to build a relationship that may or may not work, or saying, you know what, I don't think you and me will work out, and then opting for a much younger girl who might not have the same level of ambition. I don't think that in terms of getting to the same level as men across the board, I don't think that is going to happen. Reason being is because men and women are built differently. And men are considerably more competitive and more aggressive in terms of career and ambitions and attainment on a general scale than women are. Because if a woman is able to have a good job and she's able to get married, have kids, I have seen that temper a lot of the ambitions that the majority of women have had. Because when kids come into the conversation, a lot more women would sign up for the opportunity to stay at home and raise those children in a financially stable environment, other than men who would, sign up to stay home and take care of their kids. There are much fewer men who would do that. So as far as men and women eventually having that equilibrium in the future, I don't think that's going to happen, because men have been doing this career thing a lot longer than women have been doing it. And on top of that, if you analyze the generation of today, not all of the girls are signing up for that because of how hectic it is, and also because of the fact that it takes away from family. And so there are girls who are more family oriented than career oriented. But the vast majority of boys are more career oriented than they are family. But in today's world, we're trying to get boys to be around the house. We're trying to get men to be around the house more often.
So essentially, there has to be a balance between, women being out there and men being in here.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, in order for women to be able to pursue both career and family, they have to find partners who are supportive of that idea. It all lies in the person that you pick. Because if you are a career-oriented person and you pick a partner who is not, they're going to hold you back, whether you like it or not. You have to pick somebody who is comfortable watching you attain whatever it is you want to attain. And that also goes for men, because I did learn that there are women who will not date particular guys who want to achieve certain things. For example, I did find out that there are women who will not date men who want to be pastors who want to be presidents. So you have to find somebody who is on board with that vision and with that idea of what you want to be, and then push life with them, basically.
Okay.